y'all.
What's up?
Welcome to our channel.
We're back for another review of Married at First Sight.
Season 14.
Episode 10. Oh, episode 10?
10.
I think
episode
never
10.
get it
No,
right.
because, we put 9 last time. I hope we were right.
Yeah.
But
No, it's 10.
it's 10.
I'm Michelle.
I'm India.
And
we about to review this joint real quick.
Because, I mean, it was a cool episode, I guess.
I give it, out of 10, I give it about a 6.8.
I'm not going to give it a 7 like somebody did their marriage.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Ooh,
Yeah.
because that was aggressive. That was...
I like my cup. I'm kind of a big deal on
She's
YouTube.
super impressed, but it is a cute cup. It is cute.
I'm like Dr. Heavenly drinking liquor out of a bug.
Let's do this. First up, Lindsay and Mark.
Oh yeah, number 1.
Lindsay was talking to her little friend.
Ooh,
And
baby.
she gets just rude.
Y'all, she keeps
Talking
publicly
about
embarrassing this man. Like, it's a way to say stuff.
The producers love her because they're like, make sure you talk about this. She's like, okay. And boom, she talks about stuff on camera. It's rude. Like, I don't know why, like, the golden rule doesn't apply. Like, do unto others as you would want them to do unto
Y'all,
you.
if this was opposite and it was a man treating Lindsay how Lindsay treats, what's his name?
Mark, we would be up in arms.
We would be up in arms because if you think about it, it's very crude and it's just foul language.
And it's, like,
What if
aggressive.
A man is like,
It's actually masculine energy.
She's very masculine. A man cannot just be like, oh, she don't please me. She don't know how to do this. She don't know how to do that on national TV. We'll be looking at him like, wow, it's only been a month. Give her time to get comfortable. It's so many things wrong with the fact that she keeps
He don't have sex with me enough.
Yeah.
Like, it's the whole double standard right here. Because Lindsay is just...
She's so ignorant.
She's too much, and she really thinks that her directness and her willingness to communicate is good. Like her smoker cough could go somewhere because nobody's trying to hear all of that. And Dr. Viviana told her, like, so you're rude like that? Like, oh, I was
and do
here
you want
for the read.
to improve your sex life? And if you want to improve your sex life, then you are not so rude to somebody. What's going to make him want to open up to you, be vulnerable with you, please you, if you're so ugly and nasty to him?
And he honestly, they go back and forth and they have their issues, but he doesn't talk bad about her.
And she goes in, like she hits below the belt.
So here was the thing. Dr. Viviana said, oh, you guys have gone below the belt. I think that Dr. Viviana was talking about the bowling alley. But I think she was talking about the parts that we saw, that she saw, that Lindsay knows she says, but that Mark doesn't know about.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like the producers are giving the experts a download of what's happening, and they get to see footage. So,
but why she kept saying you guys then if she knows this?
Maybe because it's the right thing to do. Yes, as far as keeping somebody open and all of that.
But the problem with Lindsay is it's like almost like she's unfixable.
She is because she doesn't think there's nothing wrong with her.
And I feel like she's doing the right things. Oh, yeah, we can do this together. We can do it together. But then the next day, below the belt again. The next hour, below the belt again. Oh, we can get it. And then expects him to, oh, you got to woo me. You got to want to please me. Who in their right mind will want to woo you? Y'all are in a constant state of turmoil.
And he actually said, like, chill out. Yeah. And maybe when it's time for you to get wooed, you'll get wooed. And what that was code word for was if you chill out. Yeah. And that's the thing too, is that he made the comment that these people was wooing her, but they had a break from her ass.
Right. And this is different.
And that it ain't been no break. So it's been non-stop
drama. And
he's tired of her shit. Period. End of story. He's tired of her. And we're all tired. Like, you're going to be tired of each other. Like, the fact that... I mean, I will say this about Lindsay. What? She is trying. I do think that even though they have these issues and they go off on each other and they have these arguments, she's still cooking and cleaning and
that's all Olajuwon
doing stuff for me. Yo, the cameraman, the producers, the post-production, whatever, they are so shady because as soon as Mark said that Lindsay be cooking and cleaning when they was keeping the house, the camera literally went on Olajuwon's face to see what his reaction was gonna be. Anyway, that's a side note.
That was funny.
But he she's still doing this stuff. Like, honestly, like, so many people would have gone home. If they were as annoyed or upset or fed up, whatever, they would have gone home. Like, Lindsay is really, like,
they
in
thugging
this.
it out. I mean, both
She
of them.
is stuck. Yeah, you're right. Well, he doesn't have anywhere to go right now.
Oh, he homeless.
Ish.
Well, he really need to be putting it down.
But the other thing is,
need to be messing. He need to be like putting it down. Like,
no,
he
but
ain't
he
got a place
really
to
don't
live.
fool her. So whatever.
Okay, but she gonna have a place for you to live after.
He'll find another one. He gonna
okay.
get him a space.
Oh, okay.
But the other thing she did was a little Nerf ball thing, like
Yeah,
the
that
gun.
was
Like,
cute.
so I just feel
She
like
seems
she
fun
does
and
put
very-
some effort
yeah,
in.
yeah.
And honestly, the producers are probably not even having to tell her to do this stuff. Like, Lindsay strikes me as somebody that clearly puts a lot of energy and time into shit that some people don't. So, like, she's I don't know. I do think that she's trying, but I also don't think that she understands that her efforts are going to be worthless unless she stops talking shit. I don't know.
She need to get it together, y'all. I was like, oh, she ain't that bad. No, she's terrible.
She's
She's
not.
terrible.
And they're definitely not together. Like,
I don't think
for
so.
sure,
Not
they're
from
not
the after
together.
shows and seeing how they talk about each other. No.
Nah, they're not together.
All right, who next? Are we
Katina?
gonna go? Yeah, we might as well
Yeah,
just
we
go
should
on
get
to
it
Olajuwon and Katina, honey. Last week, they was doing think pieces on it. They say he's emotionally and verbally abusive. Katina was crying. He was belittling her. And this week, honey, Katina switched up and was so happy to make him happy. And I can't. It's a lost cause. Don't put any more energy into it, y'all. Like, don't get invested like us emotionally into knowing that these women deserve more, or men in some cases, but mostly women deserve more.
Yeah,
But
because
I just can't. I cannot.
You're right,
No,
because
don't get invested.
what?
Because they slow.
Because
They're
it's
special.
not. They're not playing on the same field with the same rule. They're not.
Their vibrations are lower.
The cards are not in the same deck. It's
No.
something that's not.
No, they just
y'all know
low
where I'm going with it.
vibrational.
Like,
Yeah.
she has low expectations. It's low
And
expectational.
low vibrations.
It's low.
Low.
It's low.
Everything low. You see what we're saying. Y'all, we try not to go in because she is the victim in this situation. But it's like, girl.
It's like,
You very
what's it
lucky.
called? Stockholm? No. Yeah, Stockholm Syndrome.
It is Stockholm Syndrome. But he's tearing her down at the right points. He's doing it very early after he's weaponizing the fact that she already told him she was in a verbally abusive relationship.
And insecurities. So
And her
she said that
insecurities.
she had insecurities. So clearly, when she said he was attacking her on things that she already had insecurities about, in my head, I'm like, okay, so maybe people have talked shit to her, or maybe her mama be like, girl, you need to clean up this room, or something is happening to where this girl has been told that she's lazy and don't clean up after herself. Because what other insecurities is she talking
Well, she
about?
said that ex who was abusing her verbally was calling her weak and stuff. So weak, lazy, is that a synonym? No, you're right. So I don't know.
Anyway, so
I don't know what it is, but
It's just
we
very-
rooting for you, sis. You need to leave Olajuwon.
I don't like the fact that she just sits, like, it was like she was not even an active participant in that conversation for a few minutes.
But
And
that
who
was one
knows
of his
how
complaints.
long. But it seemed like, I mean, she was just listening and taking it. And he's going in, and him and Viviana are talking about Katina like she's not even
You
here.
said that. You did say
I
that.
didn't like that.
You said that.
And
You said that.
So then when she does open up, she does start crying. The bottom line that comes out of this is that he's actually, I guess, needing more emotions and vulnerability from her. And so because he's not getting it, he's lashing out by attacking her and telling her she's not a good wife.
I think that's what it is.
Is that what we saw happen?
That's what it ended
So
up coming
that's
to.
super abuse.
Yes.
That's like next level abuse.
We knew that though. We knew that's
that's
what he was doing. You weren't harping so hard on her not cooking and cleaning. Not to say that's not important to you, but the fact that you was ready to end it all instead of just giving her a month, 2 months, 6, 7 months, 2 years to really develop.
So you're not emotional. You're not emotionally mature enough to say, you're not emotionally mature enough to say, I don't feel like you need me. You're not giving me enough. Like, I don't know if you want me. Instead, you're like, you're not doing enough. You're not doing, like, you're making her the problem instead of it actually being just you feeling insecure about where you stand with her.
Yep.
Therefore, you're going to make her
gonna tear
feel
her
insecure.
down.
So India said, she has said that because he couldn't make her cry for joy, he gonna make her cry because she's hurt. And that's just insane.
I think it is. He feels like he's been over backwards. He's putting a lot of effort. And not to say what he's saying isn't true. We're not seeing that, and he's so terrible that we not gonna see some certain things because their focus is on him and how he's talking to her. So maybe he is putting a lot more effort in and doing things and thinking about her. Maybe she do come home or does buy stuff, don't consider him and don't. Maybe it is a lot of stuff where he's like, you're not considerate, you're not even trying. But at the end of the day, you can communicate that.
But I also, you're
don't
right.
have to
You're right.
manipulate her.
Yes, you're right. You don't have to. Right. You don't have to trick her into feeling lesser than, so that then you can build her up or somehow give her, like, she has to work for your affection and work for your praises. But then here's the other thing. He made a comment, and that it kind of pissed me off. It's what people be thinking when you work from home. He says you work from home all day and then don't cook. I'm sorry, did you not?
Operative word is work.
Works. And if I'm bringing home
wife.
cash money to this household, then we can share
and probably
responsibilities.
Yeah.
I understand. It's just weird. Are they having conversations? Has there not been a conversation of, okay, this is what we're gonna do this week. I'm gonna cook 2 nights.
You cook.
You cook
nights.
whatever
You
the nights you don't
breakfast,
work.
I'll do
Why
dinner.
is how is this hard?
But at the end of the day, that is not a deal breaker for somebody you just met because she can grow into that.
Yes.
I wasn't like that. You just grow into that. Once that is there and you don't got no choice and you kind of grow and figure it out, that's what you become.
Yo, and as long as I don't know India, she be cooking almost every night. I thought that she was always like that.
No.
So surprised.
Hell no. I was never cooking. I never cooked. Oh, you're trying to be sarcastic?
No. I was a little bit. But no, for real, you do cook a lot. You cook more than me. I be like, damn.
But, and the thing is, I hated cooking. And
but she got a husband.
Exactly. So Katina was ready for marriage in other ways. Maybe not some of the stuff. And marriage does not mean the woman cooks. I have plenty of friends. Probably half of my friends. Their husbands do. I mean, when I say majority, I mean husbands do 90%. It's not about cooking and cleaning. It is about taking care of certain stuff, keeping things in order. It's
about having a plan what are we doing?
Yeah. And so maybe she's not there yet, but it's something you grow into. You came on a show called Married at First Sight. You thought you were going to have a wife that just dropped in and do what. And let's not forget, he is a terrible husband. Yeah. Let's talk about it. You think her being a wife and being wifely, you can't even define it outside of cooking and cleaning. And then you don't do anything. Are you building houses?
And Viviana said, how do you care for her? How are you,
you need to put your wife on a pedestal. This is what Papoose said. Y'all know Remy Ma and Papoose. Papoose said, put your wife on a pedestal so she can operate in her most feminine or most full and whole self. Mm-hmm. Put her on a pedestal. Not tear her down because she's not cooking and cleaning to your liking. Yeah. You put her on a pedestal, she's going to be doing everything. She's going to.
Right, because, y'all, what happened was, before this man could even finish his statement, Katina was, smiling and melting. His statement about him wanting to hear... him wanting to... understand, him wanting to know and feel her vulnerability and all of that. She was
happy.
Smile,
it don't take much, y'all. It don't take much for her. And that's what's very concerning because I think she could be easily manipulated and abused. She's susceptible to that shit.
Yeah, she is, because then she had a movie night.
She went all out, honey. You saw that spread?
The movie night was...
Honey, she had a spread, honey. She
went
to that Dollar Tree.
They sized that movie night like it was
and them little flimsicle plates.
They had me thinking, Olajuwon was acting like she cooked. Honestly, I thought her cooking would have been more, effective.
He just wanted to know that she's doing small things.
And he was like, oh my God. And then he and she, they do not even know how backhanded and messed up the things that they say to each other are. He was like, oh my God, now I know you're actually listening to me. Huh? Did you just say that as a compliment?
She was happy, and she was over explaining.
She was like, right, and she just
Kept
talks,
going
and then
and
see
going.
how I did it for you.
Because
Like
I
she's
heard
waiting
you
for him
kept
to.
talking about movie nights. So I said, you know what? You're always home. You always work. We always fall asleep. Like I said, Michelle, why are they still talking about this shit? Look, babe, look what I did. Movie night. Come on.
It was a lot. Like they actually did get quite a bit of camera time.
They did. 'Cause they did the sex scene.
Because then they did, at the end they had the sex basket where they did the stuff. Now that looked genuine cute. It did look like they were building physical intimacy. I just don't really know that I care to watch it because I don't like their dynamic.
She don't need to be with them. Just with him.
He
has to grow up.
I keep thinking like, what is her family and friends thinking today, right now, as they watch this show?
Yep.
Like today.
Because she's not telling them everything. I mean, clearly she thinks that
nobody says everything that happens in a relationship
she thinks
anyway.
It's semi-acceptable.
So they're just like, oh my God, my girl is out here
Imagine
bad.
her mom and dad. They probably looking like, and she got a brother or something like, what going on?
Well, her homeboy that's like a brother is definitely looking at her crazy.
Yep. Like y'all, she needs to leave him because although they got back on a better page, we saw the previews for next week.
And clearly he falls in love with her, and then the same day
she put that thing.
They definitely, I think they had sex the night of the sex basket,
which I'm shocked they didn't have sex before.
And then they go out to dinner with all the group or whatever. And we don't know all the details of what happened, but when they both had on that pink outfit, the pink outfits they were matching, is when he looked at her phone and saw what she was doing. And then she had something that she was looking at, and he was like, what is that? So,
I am curious. I think they're going to exaggerate it.
It probably is, but he was crying. That's the only thing that's making me think
abusers, they do that.
Oh, y'all, we didn't even talk about the fact that while he was trying to say how he felt, he started to cry. India was like, he better not cry. And oh my God, no sooner than she said that, he was like, his voice started to get quivery.
His emotions, period.
But you're right, he does. He's crying, but I don't know. We don't know what's happening. She crying, he crying. They got some.
I am excited to see it. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, it already happened, so we just need to know what happened.
Yeah, what happened?
Okay, next couple, because we got
Jasmina and Michael. Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh, Noi and Steve.
Yes,
Oh yeah, they super boring. Okay, Steve and Noi, yes.
So they're physically affectionate, right?
Yeah.
They we know that they're doing stuff, but when they were talking to Viviana, that's when they were talking, everything seemed positive. She was asking Noi about her behavior or whatever. And then they had she was crying too. She was like, I'm so destructive. And then he basically told her, like, girl, if you don't get it together, it ain't gonna work. And I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah, which makes me think more things happened than her ghosting him for 24 hours. We didn't know about the other stuff, and they didn't talk about it, but it had to be other stuff. The way she was crying like that, and he was like, this can't be how it is. She didn't make up for it.
I think she was talking shit because
she said that.
She says she's afraid she's gonna say something she doesn't mean. Like, that's kind of, like, you can't just throw stuff out there and expect people to just take it and take it and take it.
Yeah.
But she also said, they also asked, like, what she needed. And she was like, I need a plan.
Yeah.
And this is the first time that I heard Steve talking crazy. So now I'm not on Team Steve no more, and I don't really care about anybody on this show.
Yeah, that was it. That was it for her. Steve was the last resort.
He was my last man standing.
Yeah,
and
you're right.
If this man gonna say that because he's been cooking and cleaning all day, that is equivalent.
And then try to shade her. I haven't seen you do it.
Yes, because
Sarah, what was she doing before y'all got together? Noi kept the house now. She wasn't Katina.
No, and I work. Why would I cook for you and you didn't even fucking work?
Tell him. And then he said, when I get a job, all that's not gonna happen. No, then I'll pick up a little bit, 50%. You pick up 50%.
No,
or we'll hire
somebody because
to
guess
clean the
what?
house. And then the stuff on the day to day, we clean up after ourselves. Y'all are grown.
You bring home $10,000 a month, and we will pay a cleaning person $200 a month.
Right.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Thanks. Appreciate it. Get out of my face.
I didn't like that. It was kind of manipulative. She did not sign up for a man who did not work. Now, stuff happens. You become a stay-at-home father just to know you're domestic. You cook, you clean, you can rear some kids. That's great. Like, that's basic. Yeah. That's basic, Steve. You're not doing nothing other than what you're doing when you're caring for yourself. I don't care how you put it. I'm sitting up there working, and you sit in a pandemic, in a global pandemic, and you sitting up there kikiing, ha, 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 ha. And I'm supposed, for somebody I don't know, this is my husband, and he been my man or something, that's different. Yes, and you're a man. You're helping me. You're supporting me. I'm working from home. You're not. You're being supportive.
It just was mind-boggling that he thought that was an
rationale.
acceptable response.
That rationale was terrible.
Like,
I said,
what?
Steve,
well, if I go back to work, you're not gonna get this stuff that I do. I don't give fuck what you do. Go the fuck to work.
These men want to be stay-at-home husbands so bad.
He
And I'm not mad at it, but y'all don't have an established relationship, and that's not what she signed up for.
But also, like
Amelia and Bennett. Remember, Amelia wanted to stay at home.
Yes, she did.
So that's fine. The expert should not have hooked her up with somebody. They assumed he was gonna be able to get a job, even though it's some BS.
He can get a job. He doesn't. He's basically saying he doesn't want to. But
I want you to bring in some money. I don't care what you do.
So I actually thought that Steve was like, I'm just not working while I can take advantage of it, and I'll always I thought he was gonna be like, I could work, but the fact that he was trying to like
push back,
pull up, like, what? If you don't get out of my face,
and if you're not gonna be working, the least you can do. Working period. Like, the least you can do is do what you gotta do. Like,
that should not have even been a conversation.
Yeah,
honestly, the fact that it was discussed was like, huh? I just thought that the conversation should have ended with him being like, no, I'll get a job. Like, I'll bring home money or whatever needed to be said. Like, I will contribute financially to the household, whatever we agree to. Like, that's what needs to happen. And he's acting like his services, cooking and cleaning, are sufficient. They are not, because she has said they are not. Mm-hmm. And she has expressed this.
It's sufficient in some cases and not in that one. Period.
And there might be somebody else that wants to be a sugar mama, not Noi.
No. I'm trying to be progressive. I'm not mad at no man staying home and doing. I'm not. I'm mad
if they agree to it.
If it's agreed upon. That's it. That's it. She already said she wants somebody to make a certain amount of money because she wants a certain lifestyle in Boston. That is half of the perks of being married. It's a financial
benefit.
For sure.
2-income household.
So now they're gonna be in a 1-income household with 2 people. That's no longer a benefit. Not that he's gonna bring in money. Let's be clear. And then he's gonna say, "Oh, has it affected you financially?" No,
because we don't even pay rent,
and I'm still paying my rent, and you're not paying, or he's still paying his rent. So really, it's still not a benefit because we're both paying separate rents and we're living somewhere where we're not even paying rent. What are you talking about, Steve?
He disappointed me.
And Noi, her voice annoys me. She triggers me. She kind of seems depressing. Like, I just don't like Noi in general. She just, something about her just is like, damn, she's probably a drag to be around. And I shouldn't say that, but just something about her just is like, oh. I don't really care for her, like, whatever.
I don't. I want to actually be on Team Noi, but I can't be Team Noi. Like, I understand her point on this topic, but they both, like, Steve is killing me. And then he,
No, it's too much. It's team too much.
So, yeah. Michael and Jasmina,
honey. Boo, 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 the main event. It's no hope for them. It's like, it's a disaster. It's
like every time you look up, they fighting or arguing about something.
It's semantic. It's just like,
she just does not let nothing go. Like, she's insufferable. She really is.
She cannot shut up. She need to take a page out of Katina's book.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you gotta pick your battles, bro. Everything. I didn't say that. I didn't do that.
She is so contrary. Everything he says.
No, this is it. No, like.
And then she's like, "You cut me off." He's like, "You cut me off." It's just like they are children. They fighting. They like brother and sister almost. It's like she was sitting up there rolling her eyes with her back to him. Like, what are we watching here? Like, go home, chick. Go home.
It is childish.
It's giving, and then the fact of the matter is, like, neither of them are that fun. Like, it seemed like they had a few laughs or whatever, but I'm just not getting, like, fun to be around getting good personality, like, redeeming qualities. Like, there aren't none.
It ain't not redeeming quality.
So, okay. They did their little questions, whatever. Then Viviana came around and they argued and such.
She said her vagina does not get wet.
For someone that she's not emotionally connected to. She was not specifically talking about Michael.
No, she was.
So,
I feel her on that.
But she did say that they had emotional connection, wedding night, and then since then they hadn't. So then they go through their like fight scene, and it was just honestly the one thing that I took away from the fight scene is that it'd be too many damn people in the room when they film it, and I could not take none of it seriously if it was me. Yeah. Like I would be so ready for the cameras to go, and for the three people that accompany the cameras to go.
A lot of the couples say that in general. Like that's why I feel like I like it before when they would at least give it a shot after decision day. Like let's wait till the cameras are gone and we can get into real life. Moving and then just give it a month or two and see.
Yeah, because when they
panned over and there was some people on the floor standing up, I said, "Ooh."
I said, "Just go, just." She needed space because she needed space. Like I actually questioned whether or not she was gonna go in harder if not for the cameras. And she's always talking about what he does and how he is, and she's like that. And
a lot of stuff she points out about him. She's kind of like
it's a mirror.
It is a mirror. They are similar in their communication. They're both very defensive,
and they don't listen. They don't listen to understand. They listen to hear when the other person is done talking, so they can talk and jump in.
And she don't.
And then
she's
like, "I'm not done." And and then the audacity of her cutting him off on a regular, only for him to say something to her like, "I'm not done." And then when he was talking, he was like, "Are you done?" I was like, okay.
I can't, y'all.
Well, that's not going to be successful.
And then, okay, so they met with Dr. Viviana, and then, I put she's so condescending to me. Yeah, she is.
She's very condescending.
Okay, so in general, I feel like she don't like him.
No.
She doesn't like him. She's not putting in the effort. She's finding things wrong. When you like somebody, the first month you're a little bit smitten.
And she's talking to him crazy. And I just think that if she liked him, she just would not talk like that.
I don't think she likes him. So I do want to commend both of them, Jasmina and Michael, for sticking through the process and not having anything there. Because there are people that would have been like, I'm not sleeping here. I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
Not that
they would have been doing.
Yeah,
it's been couples every season.
They like each other, and they are still seemingly sleeping in the same bed together. They don't talk much. Both of them have admitted clearly off camera they don't talk much, and that was one of her issues. But they still sticking through this process.
So you think it's because they like the location of the apartment?
No, I think they're just not going to go home. I think they both are trying to go through the process. I think they were both there for the right reasons.
Because I'm wondering at this point if the requirements of the show are just that you are available for filming.
And they're not really sleeping in the same apartment?
I just want to know. I am ready for the reunion to find out those types of things.
Because that's what I said. For them to be doing like this, they in that full bed, that queen size bed. Are they really sleeping in the same bed the way they be bickering back and forth? And there's no sexual chemistry. There's no kissing, hugging, touching. Like, are they really every night for the last month have they slept together?
And that's what I'm thinking. She's probably been going back to her apartment, y'all.
Maybe. If she hasn't, I commend her. Because one thing we can't say she's not doing is not trying. Because it's no way she likes anything about him. No. And I feel like he doesn't get. I feel like, okay, yes. I don't know. I just would want my man to be a little bit more assertive, but
that's what I'm saying. Okay, so on that note, Tantric yoga. I felt like that was really nice. It was good for their relationship. But I also thought that they lost the opportunity to be a little bit more affectionate.
She wanted the treat to be a kiss. I'm like, girl, they gave them the fruit for a reason.
No, like give them the fruit in your mouth with a kiss. Like something. Oh, shut up. But no, not seriously. In the dance studio, honey.
Michelle was like, she should have kissed him there. She could have
kissed him.
But he already said that she don't like him.
But she already said that she was in control. He said he was deferring to her. She said she was not trying to make moves until she had it.
You can't defer to no woman when it comes to we need to feel comfortable. We want to. A lot of women want to feel wanted.
Yes, and he could have kissed her on the cheek or on the forehead. He could have rubbed her face. Like there are things you can do to show affection and to show someone that you are taking interest, so that they can give you the go ahead.
They know that you're attracted.
They're not giving each other the go ahead.
Neither one of them. All. I mean, and clearly she can initiate anything and any and everything, but like Michael seems like a bore. She has an attitude problem. Yes. He's not giving her nothing to work with. She definitely ain't giving him nothing to work with.
And they went on that. We didn't talk much about the little group meetups, but on the meetups, they asked about rating marriages, and he rated the marriage a 7, bro. A 7 without sex and kissing. Like, how is your marriage a 7 without sex?
Consistent bickering all day, every day.
Like, he is, like, that shows me how clueless he is when it comes to relationships. Like, clueless. Like, did he say that with a straight face?
Yeah, he was dead ass. And he was like, because I don't think she would rank it any higher. She
said she did not rank it at all. She said, I'm not even going to rank it. And then Lindsay asked her what it would need to be for her to say yes on decision day. And clearly they asked it, with an 8. Honestly, I think people should say yes with 7s, maybe even a 6. But
on decision day, if it's a 5 and if it's y'all coasting, because a 5 to me is like up, down, or you kind of just coasting. I would say yes with a 5 on decision day if I'm serious about being married. Now we might be divorced in 3 months.
Right, but an 8 is like a very high requirement for strangers, I would say.
Yeah, an 8, yes.
Like, it takes a lot to get to an 8 and stay there.
Yeah, and that's consistent. We ain't talking about, for a day you felt good.
Yeah. So I don't know. Their relationship it's all over the place for them to be so spread apart on ranking the relationship.
I don't think they like each other.
Period. They don't. It's
too much, y'all. It's just too much.
So
too little.
We kind of halfway through. We over halfway through. But who gonna say yes on decision day?
Yes on decision day. Noi and Steve, and Olajuwon and Katina.
That's it.
I think Michael might say yes, and Jasmina will say no. But I think those are the only 2 couples where they're gonna be together on decision day.
And I think they're still together. Actually, those are the only 2 couples that I think say yes, and I think that they are still together today.
Now, Katina needs to run far away, but I believe that as well. I think they're both still together.
This is not spoiler alert, but a slight spoiler alert.
Slight spoiler alert. So if you don't want to know nothing, cut it off now.
Yes. When Katina was on the 2nd or 3rd episode of After Party this season, they asked a question about Olajuwon and about the honeymoon and the 2 women that he was dating, the mom and the sister. She was like, "Oh, I'll call him," and picked up her phone. I thought that was the worst thing for them to air because it just felt like they had
emojis on her phone. So
it just felt like it was too easy. That gave away the fact that she communicates with him on a regular basis, and it just was a dead giveaway that at the point when they were filming the After Party, they were still together, and that is clearly after the show. So they're together, y'all.
They are.
I don't like it, but it is what it is.
That's sad. Poor Katina.
Okay, so what y'all think? I mean, I felt like we gave Olajuwon a little bit of understanding last episode. At least I did. I basically understood slightly where he was coming from. I never liked his tone. I never liked his demeanor. I never liked the way he was speaking to Katina. But I did understand that he was basically saying, like, there's life skills that she's not bringing to the table. At this point, it's just sheer manipulation. I'm not okay with anything.
Yep, he's terrible.
But what else? What y'all think? I don't know. Comments.
Like, subscribe. Thank you for our new subscribers. We might go live. We should go live.
We haven't done a live. We're going to do a live soon. We should do a live
for the new folks. Because we didn't get one since less than 1,000. So
it's been a while.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you guys.
Bye.